Hi, I'm Chris Matthieu from Intel RealSense team, and we're here live at the ISC West 2025 conference. And I've got a special guest with me today, Chris Koo from SDC Tech. How are you, Chris?
I'm good, thank you, Chris. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too. Can you tell our fans who you are a little bit more? What do you do?
So my name is Christopher as well, and I come from Brazil. So I'm the CEO of SDC Tech. We're a hardware manufacturer and technology developer firm. We take on Intel hardware, and we use that on our projects to bring forth innovation to our market in the surveillance space, but also in other fields, such as healthcare, education, broadcast, and such. So that's where we're using some of your products. They're great products, and that includes the Intel RealSense cameras.
Thank you so much.
So
I hear you're working on an exciting new project.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that one?
Sure. We're working together with a hospital in Brazil called Albert Einstein. They're one of the most renowned hospitals, institutions in Brazil. And we're working together with their innovation center to develop a monitoring system for hand hygiene.
Oh,
so
awesome.
The idea behind that is to reduce the number of hospital infections, because as it's well known that having good hand cleaning is very important to prevent post-surgical infections. So and most times the doctors, the physicians, they will do that, but when they're rushing, it's a little bit difficult.
They may not do it as long as they're supposed to, or?
Yes, so the idea behind the project is not to punish anyone, but actually to enforce that behavior and actually guide them, as a navigation tool. So they will know all the steps according to World Health Organization.
Right.
The acronyms in Portuguese and in English are a little bit different.
Yeah.
World Health Organization. There are some standard procedures, protocols that you need to go through to ensure that you have like 99.9% of, ensure that your hands are bacteria free and all germs free. So that's how we're thinking about this project.
So which camera are you using of RealSense?
So we're using the D435 in order to look at the hands of the physicians and follow up the procedures for hand sanitization.
Okay, so you're doing some depth, making sure that they're over the sink, and
exactly.
Are you tracking like length
exactly.
of time too?
So the way it works is right now they're not using water, they're not using soap. They're using a special liquid that you don't require a sink. But because you don't have a sink, also you don't have a standardized sort of background.
Okay.
So using RealSense is really important, so you can really, eliminate those layers and make sure that you're just getting the hands, no matter what the background is.
So do you have it just pointing down, or where do you have
the camera is pointing down?
Okay, so it's watching
is watching all the hand movements, and then you have a certain number of steps that you have to go through, and they're in a certain sequence.
Okay.
And you need to make sure that the physician, the doctor, they go through that sequence and they respect the allotted time for each movement.
Are you guys looking into anything like facial authentication to show which doctor, who is doing this?
Good question. We are. The first step of the project was just to make sure that our model is trained to recognize different types of hands and make sure you have high precision in our readings and so on. The second part of the project is to make sure that this sits into an environment that connects with the hospital ERP or the hospital software, so that you can match all the scheduling to the facial ID of the doctor and make sure that that certain professional is going to the right room and make sure that they have gone through the process.
I would suspect that with all of the logging and regulations, that this is probably something that every hospital globally would need. I would imagine they want to track, cleanliness.
Yes, in fact, a lot of hospitals are now already tracking that using standard
like
labor,
like a
person
clipboard or something.
Yes,
yeah,
and then
trust me.
And then you have a nurse there, just checking if the doctors are going through the procedures. But first of all, let's be honest, that's a difficult task. And we're trying to again, it's not, the idea is not to punish anyone, but just to make sure that they get some help. And we're developing this interface that is really simple for the doctor to go through the process. And actually, we've got some feedback that they enjoyed that. Because it's like, they're driving using a Waze, and they're washing their hands using our system.
It's the new norm,
yes. Exactly.
And you're right, if you can make something simple of an experience, it's not a hassle, it's fun or simple just to use, you're going to use it.
Yes, and the other thing that we've discovered is that, sometimes whenever you have some complications after surgery, it's bad for the doctor. So that mechanism is also a way to make sure that the doctors, the physicians, they have some how can I say, evidence,
like proof
that they did the right things, that they did all the cleaning and so on. So it's good for them as well.
Absolutely. So why did you guys choose RealSense cameras?
Well, we were thinking about a solution that, first of all, had this depth feature, but not only that, the ability to have a very accessible SDK and all the support from Intel really helped. So Intel was really a big partner of us, providing all the samples and providing also all the help, especially to make sure that we had a seamless integration with our system.
So it sounds like you've got this whole thing figured out. What's the next step?
Well, it's the beginning, right?
Okay,
so still a lot to go. We're in the phase of scaling that up. So we did already some POCs, and right now we're running this pilot with a few hospitals down in Brazil, and hopefully that going well, the idea is to take this to everywhere in Brazil and maybe outside of Brazil as well.
Bring it to America, and then we'll go global. Yeah,
let's do it.
Yeah. It's so nice to have met you, and I love what you're doing. Normally we hear of like robotics use cases, so it's so cool to hear something different in healthcare. I mean, this could be something that I could see every hospital in the world using. So
hopefully.
Very cool. Yeah, hopefully. Well, it's going to happen.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
It is good to see you.
Okay.